All right, Friday update. A little bit late. Supposed to be a boxing night. That didn't happen. It was too crowded, too loud. Backup plan was with Dr. Willie Wilson this morning in Memphis, Tennessee. That clearly changed plans at 3 o'clock this morning. So on my way back to Chicago, I decided to stop in Springfield and do the update from here. Behind me is the memorial for the state law enforcement, and I can tell you, we all know there's going to be several names memorialized 10 days from now here in a ceremony. Now we know there will be at least one Chicago police officer memorialized again next year. And why? Because some piece of shit predator decided that taking someone's car wasn't enough. They had to execute him because he was a Chicago police officer, and they didn't want to get caught. If they will do that to a Chicago police officer, what does anybody think the average citizen stands a chance in any of these situations? Because you do not. So, to the idiots who think pretextual traffic stops are a problem, I can assure you, I'm sure Luis's mom would have prayed and still prays that a pretextual traffic stop had occurred an hour prior to that piece of shit shooting her son. So he would have been off the street, and that gun would have been off the street too. But you keep championing that nonsense, because I can tell you the 12,000 guns that were recovered in Chicago last year, every single one of them at some point traveled in a vehicle. It is not the only tool, but it is a very effective tool to find traffic violations, to stop people, and to get these guns off the street before they do damage to other people, not just police officers. But that's exactly what we're talking about right now. To the politicians, I can tell you this. If you do not put felony murder back on the books for law enforcement homicides, your political career will end as quickly as sadly Luis's life did this morning if we have anything to do about it. Enough is enough. Do the right thing. You're in session right now. And while you're at it, in this building behind me, not only Karen Yarborough, who just passed away, but also the corrupt Governor George Ryan helped eliminate basically the death penalty. Bring it back on the books. A signal needs to be sent. It's no mistake that law enforcement in this state and all across the country are under greater attack than ever before, but specifically in Illinois, when we have paroled at least 3 Chicago police cop killers in the last 2 years, where they should have rotted and died in prison. They can't even get that punishment anymore because of policies of politicians and judges. This needs to stop. We are going to do everything we can to make sure that happens. And the first step is going to be joining that recall effort to put Brandon Johnson on a recall list on the ballot come November. Yes, we will be joining and partnering with him and making sure he gets more than enough signatures to make that a reality going forward. The ball's in your court, politicians. You can do the right thing or you can get the hell out of the way.